Hey, Chicago, what do you say? It's the CHGO Cubs pregame show podcast. Luke Stuckmeyer, Cody Del Mendo as the Cubs get ready to take on the Rockies at beautiful, historic Wrigley Field. The final Friday 120 start of the season. The final day of summer, partial day of summer. I see Joey running the ones and twos, has his official Summer of Mike Talkman collab shirt with obvious shirts today. Wearing it one final time. And listen, 10-13 they lost. We know where we're at. This is critical red alert phase right here.
Yeah,
the alarm is going off.
I have done everything I can for manifestation. I wore shorts. I'm wearing the I'm ready to be hurt again shirt underneath this hoodie. I took Jared Young for who you got. I tried to take Taillon and Jared Young, but Stuck won't let me.
Nope. Integrity of the game.
Full disclosure, we
can't mock the integrity of the game.
We do not have a graphic for who you got because I was just going to scribble. I didn't know what to do. There's who you got's rules have been degraded. It's out the window.
That's what I said. We can't whittle it away till it's just nothing.
It was a confusing day, but the Summer of Mike Talkman shirt's on because we're manifesting not just a big win but a big sweep here.
We already got a super chat. Saul's saying for $2. Thank you, Saul. Last series flushed. Let's go on a run.
I like that.
Yes, you can only flush so much, so that's the way you got to go. Actually, I think Craig Brindle probably has the best comment that we may have ever had in the chat.
Perhaps.
Other than Barb telling us about the meatballs that she was giving to her neighbor once. Craig says they better get their heads out of their Assad and start winning some games. Sweep the damn Rockies. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, you said they have to go 4-2 on the homestand. I said 5-1.
Yep.
But now you have to sweep the Rockies.
Right.
After losing 2 out of 3, after letting the Pirates score 22 runs in 2 games, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't math, but, come on.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. This is it. And guess what, everybody? There's a new lineup. Yeah, Train says, I saw the lineup. Have you seen the lineup? Is David Ross going the nuclear option? Is he doing the Joel Quenneville, Kane and Taves together? I have no other option but to just go for it. Throw everything into the meat grinder and hope something good comes out. Throw it into the meat grinder and hope you come up with a Johnsonville brat. That's what he's hoping for.
Yeah.
Greenridge Farm. Either way. I mean, I don't look into the Delmetrics of all of it. And not playing Canario is not the reason they lost the last 2 games. They lost the last 2 games because the pitching failed them.
Yes.
And they were sloppy, as I've said 1,000 times.
Yep.
Number 1, sloppy baseball. Number 2, pitching was a problem.
Right.
Scored plenty of runs, averaged 9 runs a game against the Pirates. So I don't blame the last 2 losses on Canario not playing. That said, I don't understand not playing a guy after a guy drives in 5 runs and hits a grand slam. I don't understand not playing him for the next 2 days.
I don't understand at least.
I don't know.
I don't understand at least not getting him some pitch hitting opportunities.
Some sort of playing time.
Something. Just
the guy
something.
drove in 5.
The fact that he did that, I know it was 6-1 when he did it, so it was basically, and I wouldn't call it a blowout considering how the Cubs bullpen's been this week, but I mean, the way that game was going, sure, when he did it, it was, it wasn't like in a 2-1 game or something like that, but still the fact that he did it, guy's first major league hit and hit his first major league home run in 1 game, one of them being a grand slam. I think he's worthy of an at bat. I'm more annoyed about this than I ever was about the whole Nelson Velasquez thing, because it's the same thing that happened with Nelson Velasquez. He hit that grand slam against the Mariners in April, and then they didn't play him. Canario has a higher ceiling than Nelson Velasquez. I'm sorry. David Ross has done the same thing with Christopher Morel in the past as well. I don't understand. And he says, well, they didn't get us. He's going to go with the guys that got us here. Well, Jared Young didn't get us here.
Well, that's the one I don't understand. What are the analytics? What are the Delmetrics that are making David Ross fill out Jared Young at DH instead of Canario?
The only thing
is
I looked up the pitcher for today, his splits. And, he's only had like 5 or 6 starts on the year, but lefties hitting 378 against him this year. But then why not put Pico Armstrong in the lineup? This is a great opportunity for him to see someone that maybe like helps
under pressure in the
his
league. Doesn't mean you don't try to pressure. We talked about sitting back would just be the wrong move here.
Development, or
let
just gets
PCA play center and put Tauchman at DH.
Yeah, or just
Whatever.
something to like boost his confidence, because obviously at the plate he's looked overpowered to start his major league career. But that's the only thing.
So you think it's a Jared Young over PCA, and that Canario maybe wasn't even considered because of the lefty-righty thing.
I mean, even righties are hitting over 300 against him, but lefties have a higher batting average than righties. But again, this guy is like almost a 10 ERA, and it's in limited starts. I mean, he has 1 appearance in September, and it's only for 2 innings. And then before that, the last time he had pitched was in like June or July, I'm pretty sure. So it's not even like these numbers are probably really inflated, and because he had a bunch of bad starts the beginning of the year. But at the same time, though, it's not like this guy's going out there every 5th day, shoving it down people's throats. So to me, it still would have been a great opportunity to get Pete Crow Armstrong in there, considering the matchup and how not good this pitcher has been when he has pitched. So I guess that's to me, that's what's more annoying than Canario. I think when it comes to PCA and Canario, I asked for just some pitch hitting, use PCA as a pinch runner, defensive replacement, something like that. I didn't ask for them both to play every day. I asked for them to just be used. They're not being used enough, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. I think people who think that they should be starting every day are just pissed off in general and like don't exactly know what's going on. But like I understand the frustration behind it. But to me, Jared Young just doesn't make sense. If it's all based off, I'm going to use the guys who got us here. Well, Jared Young spent like 2 weeks here, was good for 3 games, and then you guys sent him back down when Cody Bellinger was able to come off the injured list. I believe that's when he went back down. And now he's been back for like 3 or 4 days. And okay, he got a hit in that 14-1 blowout to drive in some runs, but like he didn't do anything to help them get here. Like I'm confused by that. You know what I mean? Jared Young is a lifetime minor league player. He's a fringe 4A player, basically. Like, and that's no disrespect to him.
No, it isn't.
Like, he's so much better at baseball.
Hoff power.
He's so much better at baseball than me or anyone in the chat, you, whatever. Like,
still makes him a really, really good baseball player. Just doesn't make him a great major league baseball player.
Right. Like, if he goes off today, great. I'll give David Ross all the credit. I hope he does. Like, I'm not going to root against these dudes. Like, but when it comes to what David Ross has said, like, it just doesn't add up. And, like, we're in a must-win series, man. Like, not even must-win, must-sweep. The only way that if they don't sweep and you might come out okay is if Miami and Cincinnati both lose a game this weekend. Miami's got to play the Brewers. That's gonna. I can't believe I'm going to have to freaking root for Milwaukee all weekend. Didn't think I'd be doing that at the end of the month.
Have to, because they've won the division.
Right. It's over.
That
like, the
ship has
division's
sailed.
over because of this like bad stretch, right? So that's again with the lineup. That's my biggest question mainly. Mastrobuoni has had 5 hits in 2 games. Anyone complaining about him playing third base today, considering what he's done outside of making that throwing area yesterday, he's been
Wisdom?
fine. Yeah, the other option
Morel?
is Wisdom or playing Morel. And obviously, as we've complained about all year about them not playing Morel, the Cubs clearly do not feel comfortable playing him at third base.
Even though Mastrobuoni threw it into right field, I do believe he's a better third baseman right now.
Yes.
Than Christopher Morel. So the lineup is Tauchman, Horner, Happ, Bellinger, Swanson, Suzuki, Jared Young DHing, Mastrobuoni at third, and Amaya catching. Now the other one that constantly baffles the chat and Cubs Twitter is, why does Seiya Suzuki still continue to bat 6th?
When he's been the hottest hitter on the team since like mid-August.
I said last night I'd like to see Bellinger 2, Seiya 3.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to throw it into the meat grinder, I would I would have Happ leading off or Tauchman, either one, and then I would go Seiya, Bellinger. Now, what I guess the argument could be for the way they're trying to do this and keeping him sixth, I don't know that I buy this, but okay, Happ is protected by having Bellinger behind him. Swanson, who has been struggling up until his last 2 at-bats, I mean, he had like 5 strikeouts in a row at one point. Swanson has been struggling if you don't count those last 2 at-bats. Suzuki behind him gives him a little protection. Maybe he sees better pitches. And so if your idea is Suzuki's so hot, it doesn't matter what kind of protection he has, can he help get Dansby Swanson better pitches? I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. I think I'd just rather have Swanson or Suzuki batting more often.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I'd like to see 2 of my 3 best hitters right now, your 2 best hitters, batting in one of those first 3 spots so I have a better chance of getting that extra at bat late in the game. Mm-hmm. Whenever that is.
Yeah. It's crazy how we used to complain about Seiya hitting 4th for as long as he did, and now we're complaining that he's too low. Funny how that happens. Good thing if you never gave up on him, you don't look like a moron right now. Yeah, I mean, Seiya, he's had so many good at bats lately that it just feels like he's got to be up there. Not even like, if not 3rd or 4th, but like even 5th, like right behind Belly is the spot.
Right.
And like I complained about it a little bit last night. Like they batted Ian Happ leadoff in Arizona, and that was one of the only few good things that came out of that, of getting swept by the Diamondbacks, was that Ian Happ was great in that role, like being the leadoff hitter in Arizona. And we come back to Chicago and he's back in the 3-hole every night. And it's just like, what are we doing, man?
I don't know. I see Saul in the chat saying Ross is a strong believer, and he's right about this, that he's talked about he likes to leave guys in the spot where they hit best. But until you try something, you don't know that that's not where they hit the best. Like, I get it. Seiya's had success at 6. I just don't believe that if you take Seiya out of 6 and you bat him 3rd or 2nd, that all of a sudden all the mojo is going to go away from his plate appearances. I've also heard Bellinger talk about, really, it makes no difference to him. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, man, I bat 3rd, 4th, whatever. It's like after the first at bat, it doesn't mean anything other than the fact that you might get an extra at bat.
Yeah.
You're more likely to get that extra at bat than a guy who's batting 6th. So that's why I don't like Seiya batting 6th. Period. I'd like to get one more at bat out of him.
Yeah. Considering how he's hitting right now, yeah.
Yeah, he's on fire. Does he have the highest slugging percentage?
Since August
1st.
Since August 1st, yeah.
Right. In the National League. Period.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what to. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the lineup. Like it's a daily occurrence now where we want to nitpick at it and everything.
Right.
But like we said, the offense hasn't been the reason they lost games a lot this week, these 2 days.
No.
The bullpen's got to be better, and I think today Taillon's going to be on a short leash, and Stroman might get could
be the Stro show.
He might be able to go in there, and I'm praying, I'm literally praying for 4 innings out of Taillon. And if he actually is good for 4 innings, maybe you can extend that leash a little bit longer. But if he gives up a couple early runs, I think Stroman could be in there by the 3rd inning, just based off like where this team is at right now. And I understand like Taillon's season is just overall has just been a disappointment. He's been the biggest disappointment.
Greg Bragg's just coming over, giving us the stink eye and walking back over there.
His team wake up, Cody.
I don't got time for you right now, Braggs. I am.
He's saying the Cubs need to wake up. Go back to that Bears podcast.
What was this? Oh yeah, Taillon.
Oh, sorry.
I know it's been disappointing. He hasn't been great. He's been inconsistent. He's had good starts and he's had a lot of bad starts. And there's no trust. is what it is. But that's how I feel like the game will go. If Taillon struggles, we'll see Stroman pretty early in this game. So
well, all right, we'll talk more about Taillon in a second. Cody, do you have any DraftKings hit parlays for us? You got anything special dialed up for us on the old gamble machine?
I did it just to
on the old wager phone.
I did it just to piss everyone off because that's just what I do. We're going Jared Young, Miles Mastrobuoni, and Dansby Swanson, the three guys everyone wants to hate today. Plus 255 on DraftKings Sportsbook. $10 will win you $25.
Only because you can't bet on David Ross to get a hit.
Yeah.
Because he's the man most people are angry at. Listen, when you lose 10 of 13 against bad to average teams in the heat of a pennant race, when you had a playoff spot, what's left to do but dissect where the manager could have gone wrong?
For sure.
Of course, 95% of this is on the players, at least. It's on the players. You want to change the narrative? Play better. That changes the narrative. Mm-hmm. Play better. Show up. Show up and play good, clean baseball. None of this garbage with 3 errors in the game against bad teams. I want 0 errors. I want Dansby Swanson sucking up ground balls at shortstop like he's a Hoover vacuum, shooting them over to Nico Horner, and anybody that gets on base, they're done for. I want Tauchman playing great in center. I want Mastrobuoni playing clean at third. I don't want dropped balls in the outfield. I don't want to see one dropped in the sun because the sun is tough this time of year. None of it. Throw away the bad baseball and throw away the excuses. It's time to win, and you better do it fast, or you're going to be sitting at home or playing golf on October 2nd. That's what's going to happen if you don't turn it around against a garbage team like the Rockies. They're horrible.
Yeah.
You saw it in person in Colorado. So it can't happen again. It just cannot happen again. You had outscored the Pittsburgh Pirates 88-28 this season. And then you laid 2 bombs like that to finish up that series against the Pirates. Scored plenty of runs, but you allowed too many runs. So tonight, or this afternoon, I saw our guy Dub saying he just doesn't think Taillon's a vibes guy. He's not going City Connect. He can't believe it. He just can't believe it on a Friday. Listen.
Last Friday of the year, and they're not going City Connects?
Taillon against the Rockies, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs. But the start before that, now Cody took him 2 times in a row. Cody willed it against Arizona. It's the one time they beat Arizona, right? Wasn't that the game? Or did they lose that one too?
What did I will? Because I've been trying to will
Taillon,
things.
6 innings, no runs, 1 hit.
Oh,
I think that's the game they won.
That is, I think, no, they lost that game.
They lost to.
They lost like 3-2 that day. Yeah.
Right. So they didn't even win, but he was really good. He was
great.
He was really good. All right. So I said after that outing, I said I would take that Taillon every other start, right?
Yeah.
Just give me that guy every once in a while. So this is every other start. J-Mo.
Yeah. He had that great it was we couldn't believe it actually happened against Arizona the way that Arizona's offense was designed, but yeah. And I said it last night, like Taillon was good for 4 innings against Colorado.
Yeah, don't leave him in too long. Don't leave him in too long.
Coors Field, 4 strong. Like he was really good for 4 innings at Coors Field.
That's right. That's right.
So,
but this was the argument. I forgot. The game where he pitched well was, how are you taking Taillon out? He's dominated. And the game before it was like, get him out earlier.
Yeah.
Because we live in hindsight all the time.
Right.
So
the thing Dub said though, this guy he has a 9.58 ERA. Taillon, go out there, play a decent game. They should pound this guy.
Yeah. Again,
that's
pound the guy and play clean baseball.
9.58
ERA.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Go out
Vegas
there, hit the
believes-
ball, and it shouldn't matter. Taillon, go out there, play a clean game like Stuckey
Don't make
said,
errors.
and just win. You are better than this team.
Yeah. Vegas believes the Cubs are huge favorites today. Like, which is weird considering how bad the Cubs have been playing. I'm surprised the odds aren't a little bit lower, or I guess higher. I don't know. Like, they're up minus 215 last I checked on DraftKings Sportsbook. I was surprised. I was like, you all know how this team's been playing lately?
Listen,
but
Taillon has had a disappointing season. There's no way to sugarcoat it. We like the guy. He did a great interview with Ryan out in spring training. He gave us a ton of time, sat down and talked. But facts are facts. It's been a disappointing season for him. He can't figure out the fastball. Probably not going to happen until he can get into the offseason and really dissect it and work on it. But he can pitch like he did 2 games ago, and you can beat the Rockies if you play clean baseball. If he would like to start turning that narrative, just like the Cubs, for next year, all the people that are out there saying it was a horrible signing, this guy's garbage, DFA him, which is unrealistic, all of those other things. You know what would do good for boosting morale? Winning a game after that Pirates series debacle. Yeah. Winning this game today and starting this series on the right note and getting this team back on track. Give them an outing to remember. Give the fans an outing to remember on the last Friday 120 of the season. Yeah. Win your last couple starts.
Yeah.
And get the team into the postseason. That'll help ease the pain of what's been a difficult season. Because his lack of pitching has definitely hurt the team this year. There's no
doubt.
Other guys have stepped up. Steele's been great, obviously.
If
Hendricks has been better than expected.
And that's why I was like defending Justin Steele as if like I was in Game of Thrones with the mob coming at me the other day after he had the bad start. It's like Taillon hasn't been good this year. Stroman's been hurt. Like Justin Steele's been so good, carried this team all season. So that's why I was defending him as much as I was. But yeah, Taillon, man, I don't know what to expect. None of us know what to expect. You're either going to get really good Taillon or you're going to get really bad. There's never like a mid. There's never like a.
Well, I've heard that the City Connect uniforms are mid.
A lot of people believe that. Yeah,
I think Dub said that. I'd never heard that term until recently, but that means average.
Yeah, average.
Mid.
I don't think they're the best. I don't think they're the worst though.
No, so they're not. Mid. They're not the worst, but they're
average.
Yeah.
I think they should wear the pinstripe pants with the jersey. I think the uniform would look cooler. Or if they're going to continue to wear those dark pants, they all should be forced to wear the high powder blue socks. But they don't do that. The hat is the only thing that's genuinely great from
What about a
uniform.
Cuba-looking uniform? Like the red pants and the blue shirt?
No.
Mike Dubs is in shambles that they are not wearing the City Connects for
Frank
the last Friday 120.
Classic.
Yeah.
Dubs is in shambles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mike Dubs says, not me. I love the City Connect.
He's in shambles, he said, that they're not wearing it. He said Taillon must not be a vibes guy.
I wish they'd go 80s road where they have the V-neck.
Oh, yeah.
The V-neck shirt and then the like PJs look like the same like powder blue or pilgrim blue.
I always believed before the City Connects came out, I always believed that the unis should have been green.
Green, like ivy.
Yeah. And like just like the bleachers and everything and the scoreboard. I always thought they should have been green.
Interesting. I mean that would be real bold to go that way, but you could do like couldn't you do like the Colorado did the thing.
Yeah, the Rockies have the green.
Could you do like a half ivy shirt? Could you do a half ivy shirt? And a scoreboard hat?
I mean, that seems to be
bold.
Yeah. But that scoreboard, like the hat is like a picture of the scoreboard?
Yeah, like an obvious shirt. Listen, if I'm anything, I'm bold.
They should do that. They should have the Cubs. That's a good idea. They should have obvious shirts, make a jersey for the Cubs that just says jersey. Period.
Yes.
That's what their Friday City Connect should be. It should literally just be an obvious shirt that says jersey, period.
And back of the jersey.
Just wear whatever. Maybe they just wear sweatpants.
Instead of the name, just Cub.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know.
We've run out of time. and ideas. Omar says Dansby Swanson is trash. I cannot.
Omar,
go
I
that
always
far.
appreciate you being in here, man. We let you just go off, even though I genuinely never agree with anything you say. But hey, I appreciate you for being here, bro.
There's somebody saying yes.
At least you
Green would
don't-
look so crispy.
At least you're not mean to us.
Green would look so crispy with some brick accent. All right, give me some Creed. Maybe it is Creed.
Shane is asking for
Shane,
Creed.
we've done everything we can.
I've done
I've
everything.
had so many Rice Krispie treats to try and spark this
Yep.
team.
I already had
Under
one
the
today.
Caps.
Before I think
You walked in
You
the
had
door and
one?
had a Rice Krispie treat.
Yep.
Joey left with Rice Krispie treats. He walked back in. He was eating Rice
If-
Krispie
if
treats.
Well, I'm trying to do everything I can.
I know. I understand.
Everyone, you gotta
and
start.
you know what they say? Credit to you.
Credit to you, yeah.
Credit to you.
Too bad we don't have any ravioli. Maybe we need to switch it up to ravioli. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
Maybe we
wondering,
should go pick up some ravioli.
Where is Pat Hunt with the ravioli? Because with fall starting tonight at 9:50, a little pumpkin squash flavored ravioli with a little brown butter sauce.
All right, that's some fancy ravioli. I'm just used to.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm just used to the canned
No?
shit when I was a kid.
Highland Park kid doesn't like a little ravioli with a little brown butter sauce.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come on,
I
The
was
brown
broke.
butter sauce.
North Shore kids never had ravioli with a little.
I don't know if
Brown
I've ever
butter
had
sauce?
the pumpkin squash
I'm
ravioli.
from, I'm from God's country. We Chef Boyardee, brother.
Chef Boyardee's.
I haven't had it in literally over a decade, but
Bone beef
that's
for
what
everybody.
I had as a kid.
Bone beef. All right, thanks for checking out the CHGO Cubs. Oh, did we do our who you got picks? Real quick.
No, I don't even
threw
know
it
what
out
they
there
are.
already.
Threw it out there. Who did you take?
Well,
Well, you wanted to take two. I said no, so I'll take the
Jared
other.
Young,
So then I'll take Taillon because I believe.
you believe.
I believe this is Taillon. This is the day. Whew. Thanks for checking out the CH. Liquor is the answer, says the Godfather of CHGO. Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Michael Collada.
That's Godfather's best comedy he's ever sent.
Thanks for checking out the CHGO Cubs pregame show podcast. We'll see you back here for a full hour of misery or celebration after the game.
And probably misery.
Hope you'll join us for either one. Until then, fly the W, eat your ravioli and Rice Krispie treats.
Inhale them, please.